it's Laura. So today I'm going to be doing an update for my Beauty A to Z project pan. So this is a Pantastic Ladies collab project and it was created by Jessica and Amanda. So for this project, you pick a product for each letter of the alphabet. And for me, for this project, I'm trying to finish everything. And for this update, I was actually able to finish 6 items, which is pretty exciting. So the first thing I was able to finish is for the letter C. I put in this Chloe perfume. This is the Nomad one, I think it's called. I didn't really care for the scent of this. I don't remember what it smelled like, but I just remember I didn't really like it. The next thing I was able to finish were these 3 foil packets. This is for the letter D, Dr. Dennis Gross. So these are the exfoliating and neutralizing pads. I didn't like these at all. I put these on and they immediately burned my skin, so I just would put them on in the shower and then immediately wash them off because they burned my skin. I have sensitive skin, so that's probably why, but I wouldn't get those. I wouldn't buy those. Next, I was able to finish this perfume from John Varvatos. I don't know if the scent is called Nick Jonas or I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyway, I actually think this is a cologne, not a perfume, which I'm fine with. Like, I have no problem wearing a men's cologne. Like, I don't really care about things like that. But this just did not smell good. It was not a good smelling cologne. Like, I wouldn't even like this if, like, say my husband wore it or something. Like, it just does not smell good. It smells like a very generic, like, soap that you would find at a public bathroom. It just feels like John Varvatos took public domain perfume scent and slapped Nick Jonas's name on it, or vice versa. Whoever John Varvatos is, I don't know. It doesn't smell good. I wore it maybe twice on myself, and then what I wound up doing was anytime I would do laundry, I would spray my husband's clothes with this because I didn't want to wear it. But anyways, that's done. Would never buy that. The next thing I was able to finish, which I'm super excited about, was this CC cream from Revolution Pro. I don't like this either. It doesn't sit nice on the skin. Like, it's very streaky. You have to use just the teeniest bit, otherwise it just looks terrible, and even then it still doesn't look that great. I feel like with these kind of products, usually there's like a vacuum and you can get every little bit out, but the pump actually stopped working a little bit before that was able to happen. And after the pump stopped working, I did open it and kind of scrape out some of the stuff that was in there. But like I've said, I don't really like this, so there's probably a little bit in there I probably could have scraped out and maybe gotten a few more uses, but I just don't care enough to do that. I was able to get as much product as I was with the pump, and I even did scrape a few times after that, and that's good enough for me. So that's done. Would never buy that again. Next, for M, I was able to finish this Makeup Forever primer. This was just okay. I feel like usually whenever I try something from Makeup Forever, I usually hate it, but this was actually okay. I don't think I've ever tried anything from Makeup Forever that I actually liked, but that was alright. And the last thing I was able to finish was another perfume sample. This one was Valentino Donna, I think. Yeah, Donna. I didn't really care for the scent either. It was either this one or the Chloe one. I think it was this one. Smelled very, like, mature, musky, like that stereotypical kind of scent, which I don't hate, but it's just not my favorite. It's just not something that I kind of lean towards. And I think this one, I don't know, I didn't really care for any of those perfumes. So those were all the ones that I used up. Let me show you the progress, or lack thereof, that I've made on the other products. So first with A, I put in an eyeshadow from this Anastasia of Beverly Hills palette, the Subculture. I put in this shade Dawn, and I haven't touched it. It's still brand new, never been used. So there's no point in putting a before photo or an after photo because I didn't even use it once. Next for B, I put in this body wash from Bath & Body Works in the scent Pink Cloudberry. So it was brand new when I put it in, and I'm already down to here. I started enlisting my husband's help on using up some of my soaps because I just have way too many. I actually really like this scent. This is a nice scent. It's strawberry, sugar, marshmallow, fluff, fresh air. I think it's kind of a unique scent. I can definitely smell the strawberry, which is kind of different. I don't feel like there's many things that I've tried that have been strawberry scented. So that's that. And then for E, I put in this concealer from e.l.f. This is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I have the shade Light Sand. I don't know why. I don't feel like I've ever been a shade that has said sand in it. Anyway, I haven't used it at all. So there's no difference there. For F, I put in this lip balm, this tinted lip balm in the shade Honey from Fresh. I actually did use this a few times. So far I've used it a total of 6 times. So I don't feel like it's going to look super different than the intro, but I have been using it and I really like this. I really like the Fresh lip balms and tinted lip balms. Next we have G. For G, I put in these foil packets from Giorgio Armani. I haven't used them yet. These are pretty dark. Like, this is number 2, and I feel like it's maybe could work. But I think what I'm going to do is just save these towards the warmer months and just mix them together and use them up then. Because 5.5, I think, even in the summer might be too dark, so we'll see about that. For H, I put in a shade from this Huda Beauty palette, the Pastel Lilacs. So this one I actually have been using very consistently. I think I've worn this eyeshadow the most out of the ones in this project. I'm actually wearing it today. I use it in my crease. So I'll show you what it looked like last time. So I've used this shade a total of 12 times. There's definitely a dip starting to form. I still have a ways to go though. Actually, this shade up here is not in the project, but I wear this shade whenever I use this shade, so that one also starting to get a dip. Actually probably has an even bigger dip. So this is the look that I have been panning on my days off. So I will wear this shade, and this shade, and then 2 shades from my Pan That palette, and I wear, which is what I have on my eyes today, and I wear that pretty much every day off that I have. That's the look I've been wearing. I put in a mascara from IT Cosmetics. This mascara is okay. It's a little bit on the drier side, but I feel like it might be because this had been sitting around for a while and it has kind of dried out. So I don't think this is going to last as long as I think a mascara would normally last. Like, I usually use a mascara 3 months and then I switch it out. So I'm going to give this 1 more month, but I think it'll be done after that because it's already pretty dry, and I feel like when I put it on it flakes off a little bit sometimes, so I don't think that has much longer, unfortunately. This is why I don't like having more than 1 mascara at a time, because it takes a while to go through a mascara, and then You know, the other ones are just sitting around and they sometimes dry out just like that. That was not a ghost, just a cat. Sora. Okay, next for K, I have this lip product from Carez. So this is a lip crayon in the shade Charm. I haven't used it. I didn't even use it once. I'm switching between the Fresh and then 2 lip products that are not in projects, which I really should not be doing, but I don't know. I can't help it. One of them is what I'm wearing today. It's a liquid lipstick from KVD. I just feel like it goes with this eyeshadow look really well, so that's why I've been using it. But anyway, next for L, I have this face powder that's in this Tupperware thing. I didn't touch it. Didn't use it once. And for N, I have this lip oil from NYX. So I keep this in my teacher bag, so whenever I'm working after I eat lunch and I need to reapply a lip product, I use this. So I've used this maybe like 7 or 8 times. I don't use it every time because I have been sick, like back-to-back sicknesses for like a month, and my lips were super dry, so I mostly been using lip balm. Like this lip oil is not it for like dry chapped lips. It doesn't do anything. So I didn't use it every single time after lunch, but I did use it a bunch. Next for O, I put in this OPI nail polish. I used it twice, so once on my toes, once on my nails. And I had every intention of doing my nails last weekend, but I've been kind of busy and I haven't really had time. So the line hasn't really gone down, and I have every intention of doing my nails and toes tonight with this. So for Q, I have this Clinique moisturizer, and this is almost done. There's only the littlest bit left, so this will definitely be an empty for next update. So this is the Clinique Moisture Surge moisturizer, which I think they're pretty famous for. It's nice. I don't mind it. Next for S, I have this lip pencil from Sephora. I did use this a bunch, so this is something I pair with one of the lip products that's not in a project. I think I did sharpen it one time. I have been using this. Hopefully I can get a lip pencil done this year because I didn't get any done last year. Next for T, I put in this Too Faced Mattifying Peach Mist setting spray. Didn't use it once. I'm thinking this will probably be better for the summer months because this is the kind of setting spray that has like powder in it. And I have dry skin, so using something like this in the winter I don't think is the best idea. So I think I'm going to save that. For you, I put in a shade from this Urban Decay palette. I have to be careful because the shade I'm working on like completely shattered in the pan. I don't know if anybody else has these problems with Urban Decay Naked palettes, because I only have this one, but the shades keep like falling out or crumbling apart, and it's really annoying. So the shade I'm working on is this one, Limit. I have been using it, so I'll put what it looked like last time. So I've used it a total of 7 times. I use it in my crease. It's just a crumbly mess. And then there's a shade over here that I've also been using. This is a shimmer shade in Dust. This shade, this pink one next to the lightest one. That one also is like crumbling apart. It hasn't like completely shattered yet, but every time I use it, just chunks fall off. And then this one's starting to go the same route as this one. This is the other matte in the palette, Nooner, like it's starting to crack in the center, so I'm trying not to use it in the center. I'm trying to use it on the sides. I think maybe what has happened is they poured a little bit too much product in the metal pan and it kind of overflowed, so it's not like staying in properly. And I was going to repress the one that completely shattered, the one I'm working on, but I just feel like I'm going to have the same problem. Like there's too much product in there. It doesn't fit in the metal pan. So I feel like I'm just going to use it as it is for a bit until I can get some good use on it, and then maybe I will try repressing it. But this is just really annoying, and it kind of makes me glad that this is the only Naked palette I have. I mean, I really like Urban Decay too. So, I don't know. Like, I have a bunch of their Vice palettes, and I love those. And I like this palette. Like, I like the quality, and I like the colors and everything. It's just a crumbly mess. Anyway, next thing is for W. So for that, I put in this Wet n Wild foundation, and this had been laying on its side. So I don't know if it has gone down, but I have used it a few times. This was where I was last time. I'm going to have to let this settle and mark it, but I have been using it. I really like this, and this is a really good shade for me. This is in Nude Ivory. I like this a lot. Not crazy about the weird spatula situation that's going on, but the product itself, very lovely. X, I put in this Smashbox primer. Didn't touch it. Oh, I just realized I had skipped P. For P, I put in this Pretty Vulgar powder. I didn't even touch it, so there's that. And for Y, I put in this bar soap from Yardley, and I have been using this a bunch. It used to have the brand name here, but that's completely worn off. I feel like it's definitely gotten thinner. And this is a nice soap. I got this from the Dollar Tree. Very good, smells nice. And last but not least, I put, for the letter Z, this ZC palette. I put in the shade in the top corner here, and I haven't even used it once. I've just been really focusing on my Pan That palette, the Huda one, and the Naked 3. And I think once I get some good progress on those, I'll switch to the ZC and the Anastasia palette. But anyway, that's everything. So far I've finished 6 out of 26 products, so 20 more to go. Not too bad. I think the hardest things will definitely be the eyeshadows and this nail polish. I mean, luckily this nail polish already has some good use on it, and it's a really, like, one of my top favorite colors. So hopefully I can do it. That's everything. I'll see you next time. Bye.